Well, yeah, every industry has some shady shit. What's the biggest behind the scenes thing in the spirits business that would shock people?
Probably that additives.
Additives,
Yes. So a lot of people,
product.
even in that 100% agave world, the fact that people have
that leeway for 1%.
Yes. Yeah. They're pumping it full of glycerin and stuff, which is crazy because there's an app called Tequila Matchmaker. This guy Grover started it. Semi fan of him, but he pissed off Big Tequila so much that they raided his house and he had to flee the country.
No shit.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. So that's how much. We're also doing business in Mexico. So
Yeah.
as corrupt as America is in Mexico, it's just out in the open a lot more.
Yeah.
So Big Tequila got mad and said they sent in some people that said he had a still in his house. And then the CRT, which is the Tequila Regulatory Commission, which is the agency that oversees, they kicked in his door and he had to arrested him and everything. And he had to flee the country.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
Damn.
It's crazy. Crazy. So, all right. So 7 years in, you mentioned, you just have that drive, that mentality, but is there anything else that kind of fuels that hunger and passion that keeps you going from when you first started?
I would say, growing up with alcoholism in my family, it's kind of a proving point of, something that crippled the men in my family for generations. I want to build an empire off of. So kind of stopping that norm in my family, not only stopping it, but completely pivoting and doing something great with what has kind of affected my family in a negative way is an internal motivator for me for sure.
Now, do you guys do any sort of like charitable work in terms of like AA or alcohol, like helping people through things like that?
That's actually a great idea, but no, we don't.
No.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because I know you see like Anheuser-Busch promoting like safe driving and things like that and stuff like that. I was just curious if that was something that you guys.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You got something out of this today. No, man.
Especially since it sounds like that's a passion of yours.
Yeah.
Kind of to break that chain.
It is for sure.
Yeah, that's got to be a kind of a weird, like, does your family have anything to say about, the business that you're in or anything?
They don't really ask, just because and it's weird because like my, both my brothers got married. They were dry weddings, all the holidays, no one drinks. I'm like, man, I could do all this cool stuff for you guys. Like, it wouldn't cost you anything. I get some bartenders, do some awesome drinks, but
it is what it is.
Yeah. Makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, tequila's kind of blowing up in the U.S. Why do you think it's? Well, I guess we've kind of answered this. Just a lot of the health benefits and stuff. But why do you think it's the the go-to drink for a lot of people and it's kind of growing right now?
I think so. I'm going to say this because I think I get back to it. Is the America's 80% of the tequila market, Germany's second, and Mexico's third.
Really?
Yes.
Germany's second. Huh?
Yes. So Mexico's the number one Buchanan Scotch market in the world. So I think it's a lot of that import of want what you can't have when you can drive down the street and get somebody making tequila on the side of the road. A lot of Mexicans don't really drink that much tequila. They're very big Scotch drinkers. It's what the wealthy people drink. It's, a status thing where they're drinking Johnny Walker Black. Like all of our partners, they drink Johnny Walker Black all day long. And I think that's kind of the number one beer in America, either last year or the year before, was Modelo.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Bud Light anymore?
No.
Well, I guess I should have known that.
Yeah. They're coming back now. But no, that year when all that went down, Modelo became the number one selling beer in America. So I think it's that import thing. It's a little exotic. You can't, have what you can't. And
I feel like I've seen a lot of Modelo sponsorships popping up in the UFC. I mean, there's so many. I mean, I want to say I've seen it in other sports as well. Like I feel like that's a brand that's really blown up.
Yes.
Wow.
But that on top of the health benefits, the least amount of hangover that you get is definitely from tequila. Yes, for sure.
Bro, something's happened to me over the last 5 years. It's just, I get so hungover every time I drink.
And if you just drink tequila, well, and again, people are like, well, I drank a bunch of margaritas. Well, again, it's all the sugar and right? Yeah. If you're just doing branch water, which is tequila and club, or just tequila and water throughout the night, you can drink enough to where you're going to still feel like shit. But if you do it not too bad, you won't feel as bad as...
Drink responsibly.
Yes. 35 Bud Lights. Yeah, you're going to feel like dog shit the next day.
My stomach, bro. I love, beer is what I've always drank, man.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I haven't had a beer in probably 6 months. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like every time I have more than like 1 or 2, it just my stomach the next
And
day.
I love the hoppier beers, the stouts.
Yeah,
like,
I do
oh,
too.
God.
Yeah, man, the
Flavorful
IPAs, all
beers,
that stuff.
yes.
Oh, me
I'm a
too.
big Irish red guy.
Oh,
I
nice.
like
Yeah.
Irish reds, but like you said, beer, it just fills me up. That's and
Fills me
I'll
up
just
the stomach, dude.
right.
Yeah.
But that's why I like bourbon, and probably why I like the añejo is because I mean, one, you can't drink it fast.
Right.
Like you sip on it.
Right.
So I can have 2 or 3 in a night spread out over, 4 hours, and I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
Your body's metabolizing it, and it's going to be fine. And I'm not going to feel like dog shit the next day.
Yes.
But even still with some of these bourbons, depending on if it's a rye versus or wheated or anything like that, like, I mean, even though I'll have like 2 or 3, I'll still wake up with a headache. I think there's some sort of food allergy in there somewhere.
I was going to say, have you
that.
noticed, is there
Definitely
a specific,
rise. They
really?
get me. Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
If I have 2 ryes in a night, I know I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have a headache.
No
So I
kidding.
kind of
Okay.
shy away from them. So,
And I'm sure you like the taste of them, though.
they're so good. I'm like, you know what?
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice.
I'll suffer.
I'll make sure I chug a couple Pedialytes before bed.
Yeah.
And wake up. I'll be good. Maybe take some allergy pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll work around it. But no, I'm excited to kind of dive into the añejo market and try that stuff. So, but yeah, no. What do you got? What are some of the future goals that you have for Una Vida? What is it? What does success look like for you with Una Vida?
For sure, we're in 9 states now. No plans for new states this year. It's growing those markets that we're currently in. For us, a big
What
focus.
states are those?
We're in Tennessee, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Iowa, Nebraska, Arkansas.
Midwest.
Yeah, Midwest for sure. Where a lot of the brands start on the coast and work their way in. We're gonna go start in the center and work our way out.
Okay.
It's building a team. Like that's that bottle by bottle mentality's great. It works, but the only way it's scalable is we need more people.
More people. Yeah,
Need
you're
more
one
people.
guy. You
Yeah.
can only do so many tastings, so many meetings, so many things.
Yes.
It's just
And so that's a big objective for Bryce and I is to learn how to build and lead a team. First round of employees. When we lost, I'm like, oh my God, what
what do we do?
lost? What do we do? Talking with Andy and Chris, of course. Did you really think your first employees would stay with you forever? Like, well, that was the hope.
Yeah.
Like that's not how this works. Like,
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Now, are they, because I mean, anybody that knows from St. Louis knows the community and everything that's built at First Form and the way that they interact and all that and the way they do a good job with their employees. Is that something that they've worked with you guys on and talked about building that culture within your company?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you can honestly just watch it. And if you're around it, whether it's on social media or whatnot, you can see what they're doing. They're running it like a sports team.
Right.
Each person has their role.
Yep.
They have the objective. They have a mission. Team building, whether that's working out or they go out as well. Like it's very much sports specific, which again, we can find athletes and stuff like that. It's a leg up on what that team atmosphere is, what that locker. I mean,
Yeah.
have you guys have been in their headquarters?
Of course.
I mean, that locker room.
Oh, it's literally like a professional sports team.
If
locker
not
room.
better.
If not better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard they kind of set it all up to resemble like what they have going on down in Alabama, like their
Oh, shit.
facilities.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought
Makes
that was
sense.
something that I had heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know.
So cool. I
That's
mean,
awesome.
it's
And that's
incredible.
what it is. But I think that's why they have that company culture and the production that they do is each person knows their role, knows the assignment. Just like if you're running a football team or a baseball team, okay, right guard does this, left tackle does this, running back does this, quarterback this, wide receiver that. And if everybody knows their objective, then the play works.
Well,
It's
funny
that one screw up that,
Right.
okay, the play doesn't fucking work.
Well,
right.
and it's funny that you mentioned because Murph just posted about it last night and brought back about a basketball tournament that they had up there a few years ago, and how Sal was saying it started because Sal was making fun of his son about shooting like his dad, and then Murph kind of tied it in, was like, just remember him talking about how when they had this basketball tournament, Sal was like, well, I can't shoot, but I know how to play defense. I know how to get back. I know how to pass the ball to the people that can shoot. And it just kind of goes to show like that's the mentality that they set up and like exactly what you're talking about. Like he doesn't have to do all the things. He just needs to do the things that he's strong at
Yes.
and give it to other people that are good and let them do what they're good at. It's just like I said, it's just a great culture over there.
Yes. And
Great
again,
leadership.
but if you also ask Sal 10 years ago, he was wearing he did all of it because you have to a point, right? Like
Yes.
as a small business owner, you have to be able to do everything until you find the right people that, okay, hey, you're an accountant. Hey, you're sales. Hey, you're warehouse. Like finding those people in those roles for sure. It is a hard thing to do.
Yeah. And then again, to find people that are going to care to the level that you need them to be successful. Yeah. It's a long road to build that team, but I mean, once you do it, I mean, that's how you scale it.
For sure.
It's really the only way to do it.
Yep.
Well, speaking of community and all that, liquor branding isn't just about the product. It's about that feeling you give to people. What is it that you guys are doing to give people that feeling about drinking Uda Vida?
That's a great question because we joke all the time. There's been so many success stories of, you've got branding, imagery, juice, right? There's been brands that their packaging is beautiful, their marketing is great, and their juice tastes like shit, but they'll sell 1 million cases. Then you've got the brands that the packaging is not very good, the marketing is not good, but it may be the best tasting bourbon, but no one will know what it is.
Yeah,
so
like I was, I look at this over here, and I know, I mean, I'm not a very novice when it comes to bourbon, but I know Pappy Van Winkle's a nice one. And if I'm looking at all of the bottles over there, that's like probably the most the least attractive bottle over there, but I know that that's one of the best, if I'm not mistaken, right? It just kind of goes into what you're saying.
And that's where
I need to cut you off.
No. But that's exactly right, especially in that bourbon world. Like and I love when they put like hidden barn bourbon, like the stuff they're like, oh shit, no one knows what this is. It must be good.
Yeah.
But especially in the tequila, like Patron, they've come a long way, but I mean, their juice isn't the best, but they're the #1 selling tequila in the world.
That bottle looks cool.
Yeah. Yeah. They got a bunch of rappers talking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, it's that weird consumable market where still branding and imagery matters so much because you can't just solely focus on the juice, or the quality of the product. But for us, man, that one life mentality is we want to be the centerpiece of all those special moments that you have. So whether it's a wedding, whether it's a graduation, whether it's a sales goal, whether it's a anniversary or engagement, like we want to be that bottle that's there at the center of those moments, so it's something you remember when you drink it.
That's awesome.
Great.
Now, like I know with like certain bourbons, they come out with like special anniversary stuff and rare stuff that obviously they're pricing higher. Is that, I mean, because I know how you talked about aging certain things, is that something that could be done with a
so
tequila?
This 2024 was the first year we did our anniversary blend, which was and we'll do one each year moving forward, but it was our reposado, then we finished it in 90 days with a French sherry cask. So we do stuff like that for sure.
Very cool. And obviously, like for the people that don't know, depending on the every oak barrel is going to bring out a different taste in it.
Oh, for sure. So that was another thing. Like, yes, so to be a reposado, 60 days minimum, year maximum, but a 60-day reposado and a 9-month reposado are going to taste completely different.
Sure.
Even in the same barrel. Now, when you start doing a different barrel, so you got white American oak, you got Hungarian oak, you got rum cask, that's a big thing that'll make brands taste different. Not just time, but which barrels they're using.
Well, there was I think it was Buffalo Trace that did it. I can't remember, but they had this Oak Tree Project bourbon line that they came out with.
Okay.
I think it was like 100 different oak trees. And they bottled the exact same mash and everything in each different one. And each one produced however many bottles that it produced. And they sold it. Well, I had a buddy that had 2 different trees. And it was amazing how same everything. It was amazing how different the 2 trees taste. Like you got from those barrels because of the trees. And, I guess it goes to show like, hey, the environment that those come from, what they're absorbing in from those environments. But yeah, I mean, and then especially if you're aging it in something that's already been used, now you're pulling like a sherry, you're pulling from pulling flavors from that as well. Like, yeah, I mean, there's so much cool shit, like the chemistry and science behind all that stuff. It's just so cool.
Yeah.
That's something that like a consumer would never think about, like, getting like different, you expect like, okay, I'm buying this bottle, it's going to taste the same every single time. But like with that, you get different things. And I used to kind of experience the same thing in the restaurant industry. Like I worked in barbecue for a long time.
Fucking consistency is hard.
It is. Well, because it's like
different cows,
different cows, like different, like this brisket tastes different than, like I used to cut up, fucking 20 briskets a day. you know, and I used to cut into them, and each one looks different, feels different on the knife, cuts different. The amount of
Which I
marbling
assume in
is-
turn means it tastes different.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
And then you get people that would come in and they're like, you know, this brisket tastes different than the last time I was here. And I'm like, yeah, we're cooking it the same. Like it's the same recipe, but like
That cow,
that's a different cow. You know, it's a different brisket. You know, so it's like everyone's different. And I guess it's kind of, I never would think about it being the same in like the terms of like liquor, but when you explain it like that, I mean,
That's where blending comes in.
okay.
Where a lot of like, if you take the same barrel, but again, like when you're in a rick house, right? The barrel, it may be the same mash bill in the same barrel, but if it's on the basement floor versus the top floor of the warehouse, it's going to taste completely different.
Really?
Well, it's like Jefferson Ocean. So Jefferson Reserve makes all these different bourbons, and they have one that they just age it out in the ocean.
Yeah,
and it absorbs the salt from the ocean, and now you have a more salty tasting bourbon.
Huh. It's crazy.
And just something as simple as 2 stories will make a difference because of the temperature, right? So
okay.
in the barrel aging, like the heat and the cold are contrasting and whatever the
Expanding
opposite.
and contracting.
Yes. Which is just sloshing the liquid around, which will depend on how much is actually picking up from the barrel.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and the science of it is so
Yeah.
cool. I'm a science nerd. I like that shit.
Our master distiller for our other brands out in Union, Missouri, Demetrius Kane's one of the smartest dudes I know. Like he's, I think, a trained botanist or chemical bio. Like it's insane.
That's cool.
Yeah. So you guys have whiskey and vodka brand as well, right?
Yes. So after Una Vida, our second brand was El Trago, which is our agave spirit, which is made in Mexico, but it's actually bottled up here now. And being completely honest, we're like, okay, we have all these great products. If anything ever happens at the border, we're out of business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we partnered with Demetrius out at Nobleton's. Laban Orange Whiskey was our first kind of collaborative product with him. And then High Post American Vodka, which we just launched last year. And the flavors we did last year as well.
Cool.
We're just growing that portfolio. Another part of this industry, a lot of people don't realize is like 80% of that back bar is going to be owned by 5 companies. So you got a company like Diageo that owns Casamigos, Don Julio, Guinness, Johnny Walker, blanking. You got like a Beam Suntory that owns Hornitos Tequila, Absolute Vodka, Knob Creek, Jim Beam, Basil Hayden. So a lot of these big conglomerate companies own a lot of these brands.
Okay. So you guys are kind of building that.
Yes.
Okay.
Where instead of where they try to come in and, buy the brands, we're going to try to just build them ourselves.
yourself.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to try and just stay agave based that you're talking about, or are you talking about maybe possibly shifting into a bourbon? Or
So what's great is the Laban Orange Whiskey is a sweet corn whiskey.
Oh, okay.
The vodka's sweet corn as well.
Okay.
And what's great about Demetrius, our master distillers, he is also our farmer. So we
Okay.
control it from grain to glass in our American portfolio of products.
Cool.
Yeah.
wow, that's cool.
Right.
How you see farm to plate or whatever
Yep.
that
Yeah,
restaurant
grain to glass. I like
Yep.
that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, are there a lot of companies that have that kind of control? Or,
No.
I was going to say
We lucked out for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's great.